Welcome to part 31. We are exploring the desert. Now the very first thing you should do as soon as you arrive here is head towards this mysterious stone obelisk thingy sticking out of the ground. Yeah, in fact, make that your top priority. Trust me. Now to get there, just mind your surroundings because first of all, there are enemies that like to pop out of the ground trying to hit you. And second, you see those light green areas on the map? Those are actually cliffs, and some of them lead to bottomless pits. So just don't go straight there. Instead, just zigzag around if you come across a light green spot on the map. Now when you get to here, claw shot this tree that looks like it belongs in a Dr. Seuss book, and then claw shot onto the moving plant. And this moving plant is in fact an enemy, well, in past Zelda games, the P-Hat. However, in this game, it's actually more helpful than, as it serves as a claw shot target, and this gimmick will be utilized in a future dungeon. And oh, look, more Shadow Beast. Whoop-dee-doo. You know the drill now. And at this point of the game, you can actually switch between Human Link or Wolf Link to deal with these guys. Now, remember what Midna said in the last video? How Zant is using his power to transform her people into these monsters here? Yeah, we are actually killing members of Midna's people. Think about it. All those people, all those Shadow Beasts we've slain, we're committing genocide. Isn't that fun? Anyway, their deaths serve a purpose. We have a new war point. Hooray. Alright, and now it's time to take a closer look at this mysterious stone structure sticking out of the ground. Alright, climbing, climbing. And if you haven't guessed what this thing is by now, oh, let's just say I'm about to show you where it goes. Yep, this is actually the missing piece of the Bridge of Eldin that was teleported away sometime earlier in the game. And now that we have located it, it's time to bring it home. And by doing it, it serves a few things. One, it finally reconnects the bridge in Hyrule Field, which means we can pretty much freely travel anywhere we want to around the field, and that's always nice. Two, it actually utilizes that Bridge of Eldin warp point because now there is solid ground to actually warp onto. And as you can see here, the bridge here fits just like a glove. Alright. Okay, the bridge is back. Now, thanks to killing all those Shadow Beasts back in the desert, we have a war point that goes straight to the desert. We do not have to rely on fire and his cannon anymore. Yay. I mean, seriously, do you want to pay to come back to the desert every single time? I don't. Okay. And by getting rid of the Bridge of Eldin, it actually opens up a hole right here in the ground. What kind of hole you mean? Well, I'll show you. This structure right here, this leads to an arena known as the Cave of Ordeals. Now, at this point in the game, I am ill-equipped to actually go into the cave, but I will say this. This cave is actually the source of the great fairy tears that Giovanni mentioned earlier. The stuff that we have right now. So, yeah. Well, I'll explain a little bit more about the Cave of Ordeals as, well, near the end of this game. Anyway, there are things I want to collect here. First of all, there are a pair of golden bugs to snatch. Yep, golden bugs are here as well. And there's one right now. Of course, they're a little hard to get. First of all, they flutter in the air. And two, there are enemies around here. These sandworm things. And no, I am not making a Dune reference. I said that before in my Wind Waker battle against Malgera. I will again say it here. So, meh. Anyway, these sand-looking things that are these sandworm things, they're actually a redesigned enemy from a past Zelda game called the Moldorum. I think that's how it's pronounced. Moldorum. Dorum? Yeah. Yeah, and this is actually their first appearance in a 3D game. Yeah, they've been mainly a 2D staple. There are these worms that go back and forth, and you have to hit them in a certain location. However, here, because of the more realistic aspect of the game, oh, they just burrow around and wait for the opportune time to leap up to hit you. And they don't do that much damage at all. They just take about a quarter of your heart. And you can actually snatch them out of the ground, because you can actually see them burrowing throughout the ground. And if you time it just right, you can just claw shot at them. You want to come out of the ground and, well, hit them before they get a chance to get back into the ground. And yeah, this structure right here, I have a feeling it's going to be important later on, but regardless. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to locate the bug's partner around here, but it's a little more difficult to find, especially when it's daylight. So what you want to do is head towards this general area right here, near to where the wooden fences are. Now, as far as I'm aware of, I don't think there's anything beyond the wooden fences. There might be some. To be fair, I haven't looked beyond there, because it looks like you can go through these fences and explore some more areas. Yeah, it looks like you can explore a little more, but I'm not going to right now. Now, around this area, the golden bug awaits us, but it's much easier to see when it's nighttime, because you can see the glow easily. And with that, we got the bug. So we got both pairs in this area. Now, there are also some Poes in the desert. So, yeah. What you want to do first is just head towards the southeast corner of the desert. And that's where one Poe will be hanging out. And, well, do what we do best. Transform into a wolf and kill it. And then there will be also another Poe located near the place where we got the Bridge of Elden Peace. So, yeah, these Poes are literally everywhere. Now, this place right here, the Gerudo Desert, it's obviously named after the tribe of female thieves that were first introduced in Ocarina of Time. And it's also the tribe that the big bad Ganondorf hails from. So, so does this mean that we will see any Gerudo female thieves in this game? Nope. Sometime between Ocarina and, well, now, something happened to the tribe. We don't know what happened there. All we know is that they are long gone, and we won't see any female member of this race. So, sorry. But, oddly, it's still named after them, so. And what makes you wonder, what happened to their encampment? And shouldn't there be a spirit temple in this area as well? I mean, if this is roughly the same place as the desert from Ocarina of Time, how truly bizarre. Anyway, I'm just doing a little scoping out, making sure I didn't miss anything, because you know how I like to be thorough in Zelda games. So, and as soon as I make sure I got everything, I'm just going to go ahead and head on towards that place right there. That place that is actually our 4th dungeon. And getting there is actually quite interesting, to say the least. Alright, going. I am going. Man, these sandworms here. I'm going to call them sandworms, even though I do know their real names. They just like to pop out of you. They have these jaw mandible things, you know. It's kind of freaky when you look at them up close. But again, realistic nature of the graphics. All right, just head on this way, and you don't worry too much. Just mind your footing, because again, those light green areas indicate cliffs, and while some of them do contain bombless pits, others do not. And thankfully, the cliff face I'm heading towards does not have a bombless pit. And the reason I'm equipping the bow and Hawkeye, there are Boblins present. This is their outpost right here. And we are going to have to kill them all. In fact, we're going to do a lot of Boblin killing in this video as well. Alright, as soon as the lookout spots you, 2 Boblin squads on boards will come running towards you, and we're just going to kill them. We're just going to shoot them, we're going to shoot them. Come on, there we go. Alright, and then there's the last Boblin right there to kill. And with that, well, that's it for the ground forces. And now to take out the ones on the tower. And here's the good news. As soon as we kill these Boblins, they'll stay dead. They will not respawn. That is great. I mean, I know in past areas of in this game, I mean, as soon as you kill a Boblin, as soon as you go back and re-enter a certain area, oh, they're back. Time to kill them again. But no, here, they stay dead. Now, before I move on, there's also 3 more pose I want to get over here. First is actually just above this little cliff face. And to get there, we have to hook on to this Dr. Seuss plant in order to get up there. Seriously. What kind of plants are these things? I mean, I know there are cacti that grow in the desert, but what? They look like pea hat things. They could be part of pea hats. In fact, they might be pea hat plants. You know, because if you notice that the very top of it looks like a dried up pea hat. I'm just speculating. I'm just pulling things out of my head. Yeah. Anyway, the first pose here, kill it, rip out its soul, and then, as you can see here, there's another big digging sparkly spot right there, which means it's a hidden hole area. So, let's just dig under here, and 2 more pose will be located there. Blech. So, it's just a matter of either bringing them to you, or just bombing the boulders to get a more wider area. Also in this cavern is, well, a bunch of torches. And as soon as you light them all with your lantern, a treasure chest will appear that contains 100 rupees. I'm not going to show off that part because I spent a lot more time in here than I should, and I just want to get things rolling along. I mean, we've had a couple of videos of me going around Hyrule doing things. It's time we move on. Alright. So yeah, after I kill this other pole, I will cut to me being out of this hidden hole area, but with a little bit more rupee in my pocket. Alright. But of course, bomb the boulders to get free and explore this place if you want to. Anyway, here we are. See, my rupee count has increased. Now, we're going to go back over to the Boblin outpost, and like I said earlier, there will be no more Boblins to kill in this immediate area, at least. Now, what we're going to have to do is actually take one of their rides, one of their boars. Yeah, we can actually ride a boar in this game. I mean, it doesn't handle as well as Epona, but to be fair, we cannot bring Epona to the desert. I mean, in Ocarina of Time, we could take her as far as the Gerudo encampment, but here, no. So anyway, just it's right on a board, and when you press the dash button, it will really dash, and it will destroy structures in the process. This is why we need boars, to get past this point so we can get to this area right here. Alright. Now, if you remember, I played a song in Lake Hylia, the Howling Stone, and this summons the Golden Wolf right here. So, well, it's an amazing coincidence that right here is the next location of the Golden Wolf. Or not. You decide. Now, this technique he's about to teach me, I'm not really that much a fan of it because, well, it does put your life at risk. And what do I mean by that? Well, you'll see. But once again, we are going to have to demonstrate my favorite technique, the Helm Splitter. See? I just love this technique. Okay. So, the new skill is the Mortal Draw. Blah, blah. Yeah, there are enemies out there that can pretty much are immune to hidden skills, blah, blah, blah. See, this is why I don't like it. It leaves you very, very vulnerable. I mean, you have to put up your sword, no L targeting, no weapons, just let the enemy come to you, and as soon as they get within a striking distance, you do the striking. I mean, I admit it is kind of a cool way to one-hit kill enemies, but still, I prefer having my sword out, having my shield out, and ready to attack enemies at will. The Helm Splitter is still an awesome technique. The backslices, I admit, is an awesome technique. In fact, you'll see me use the backslice later on in this very video. Yeah. So, at this point, the hidden skills in the game are becoming more and more of an asset. But, yeah. Anyway, that's it for the Golden Wolf Hero Shade portion of the desert. New technique, 2 more skills. Yeah, 2 more skills. That means we're getting close to the end. But there's still plenty of time to explore and all that stuff. Anyway, the treasure chest here contains stuff. And on the other pathway, before we go down the middle, is another puzzle. Of course, I had to wait until night because, again, I have no way to change from night to day. I mean, if there was a way, if there was a Howling Stone that allow you to howl the night and day song, that would be fantastic. I mean, it would make things so much easier, but no. You have to wait. You just have to wait. Just, you know what I did there? I just parked myself in a safe location. I went up, probably got myself something to eat. Well, a little snack. And as soon as it was nighttime, I moved. So, there. Yeah. Anyway, we are moving on, and this is actually more Bulblin territory. The Bulblin encampment. And we're going to have to do a little sneaking around and shooting a bunch of Bulblins using both the bow and arrow and the Hawkeye. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of that. And I just love that sound effect when you pretty much equip the bow and arrow and the Hawkeye and use it. It's more like cocking a gun sound. It's kind of, seriously. It's like we are doing some sniping. In fact, we're going to do a bunch of sniping throughout this portion. Now, might as well go ahead and tell you this since I am shooting a bunch of things. There is a sequel of sorts to this game. I mean, Twilight Princess, and it's called Link's Crossbow Training. Now, the basic premise of it, it's a shooter game, but because there are no guns in the Zelda universe, Link has to rely on a handy-dandy crossbow. And what you do is you go from place to place, you shoot things, you score points depending on what you shoot, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. And you can get upgrades for your crossbow, like an automatic crossbow loader, and bam, 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 bam. I mean, it's interesting. Now, the time period where Link's crossbow training takes place, it's up for debate. I mean, some would say it's after this game, which would make sense because Link has no sword. He has to rely entirely on his crossbow. Some might say this takes place during this game, in which case it doesn't make sense. I mean, there are enemies that appear everywhere. I mean, enemies appear in certain locations where they should appear, but I'm just... Anyway, the point is, there's a Zelda shooter out there of sorts. Kind of reminds you of those shooter games, kind of like Resident Evil, the Umbrella Chronicles, or those kind of things. So, I don't have it personally. I might want to get it someday just to try it out, just out of pure curiosity, but yeah. And the threat of danger music, even though I am, well, I have the advantage here. I can see them, but they cannot see me. See? Sorry. Sorry. Alright. Yeah, killing boblins. Now look, a locked gate. I wonder if that is important. Yeah, it will be in a moment. First, I want to kill every single boblin because, if I recall correctly, I think if a boblin sees you, they will summon an entire pack for you to kill. But I could be lying. I mean, that hasn't happened to me yet every time I play this thing, but yeah, who cares? They're almost all dead. Now that sparkling thing I'm hearing, I thought that was a bug first, but no. Turns out it's a sparkly key. And it's actually guarded by this boblin right here who is roasting one of his boars. Yeah. What's on the spit, pilgrim? Alright. Actually, we are going to ruin that meal right now. He's baking one of his steeds? Ugh. Anyway, by destroying the boar right here that's about to be cooked, we get a heart piece. In fact, this heart piece allows me to get another heart. So now I'm at 11 hearts. Yay! And we got the small key. But still, roasting boar? I mean, well, to be fair, these boblins are orcs, and they eat everything, I guess, so... Oh no, the gate has sealed behind me. What is going to happen? Oh, hi there, King Lardo. Still alive. And it makes sense because, well, he fell into Lake Hylia, which has water. Although he could have fallen onto a piece of land, but yeah. Anyway, now we are fighting him yet again, but this time on foot. And as you can see, I am thoroughly owning him thanks to the backslice. See, these hidden techniques are handy. So yeah, just stay clear away from his axe. It does a good amount of damage. Just be quick on your feet and you should defeat him in no time. Really, King Boblin? Do you really stand a chance? See? Defeated again. You know, those amusing injuries, losing your horns, you'd think you'd give up by now. Come on. And it looks like he is giving up. He's just... I tell Mommy. Oh, Mommy, small man hurt me. Owie. Oh, great. Fire. You know what this means. We gotta get out of here quickly, or else, instant game over. But the gate is sealed. Well, there is this nice boar mound waiting for us right here. So all you have to do is get the boar mound to position yourself at the gate, hit the dash button, and away we go! And the boar mound brings us right at the front door of our next dungeon. Yay! Now before we get in, we are going to get 2 more pole souls. The first one is actually right near the entrance, right there on the left, if you're facing the door. Alright. Die. Or be sent to the afterlife, or wherever you want to go, the nether realm. I don't know where you go once I kill you. Alright. Now, the second Poe you want to get, we are actually backtracking to where we fought King Bulblin, and the building burnt down. Yeah, because in its place will be another Poe soul. Ah, that was fast. Alright, see, there it is, right there. So we're just going to nab the Poe, and we'll move on. Ow, I hate those stupid sacks. Come on, there we go. One has to wonder where Link is keeping all those Poe souls, or at least Wolf Link, because Hammer Space. Why don't I even ask this? I mean, we've collected Skulltula tokens somewhere, so it's a video game. It's just a video game. Blah 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 blah. All right. Now, if you happen to get hurt either during the King Bulblin conflict or your encounter with the Poes, the skulls outside of the dungeon contain some hearts, so yay. And there's another pair of torches, which means there's another chest, which I don't bother to do because meh. Anyway, I will see you in part 32 where we start our next dungeon.